on stream then. Let's do that right now.
So, in case you missed what just happened, it was fairly important. There was a Terrabot on the field, which was boulder tossed away using the Warhawk's attack damage. It's important because Jakisha is currently on 3, and that Terrabot would have been fatal had that not happened. There's another flyer coming in, though. It takes a turn to come out. There's a verdict stopping it, so Jakisha is holding on here. Obviously, the swing with Electroid and Chargebot here is not going to be very effective for Harlequin. The Warbot, massive brick wall in the way of that. One day, Warhawks will have major sockets in them. Did you know that, Hacky?
Warhawks with major sockets sound awesome.
Mm-hmm. This deck at this point could just play a 5-cost action that turns that Warbot into a major socket Warhawk.
But that seems to be a Terrabot against an opponent with 3 health. And
or every turn, there's just been a flyer coming onto the board. Jakisha's been fighting them off with a massive stick, but just keep coming.
A giant robot mech war going on. It turns out the robots with wings, apparently, are just what are needed. 6 resources, no cards left in hand. No block needed here. FiveShards doesn't stop fight. Maybe his opponent is going to forget to attack.
It's definitely possible.
And that's a Mega Hulk.
There is a FiveShards down here, though.
There he is.
So it'll be interesting to see if it gets the Mega Hulk.
I would stay and see.
I mean, that Mega Hulk might actually stop him from swinging with the Terrabot. He might just think he's got enough there, and just swing with Mega Hulk. It's a definite possibility.
And FiveShards will gladly destroy a Chargebot and be like, "All right, that's my target right there," ignoring the giant 10 attack, 10 defense, mega giant robot right next to him.
It's hard to tell what you need to be attacking when you're underground.
Those dwarves didn't program this one rope. This FiveShards needs some new glasses, I think. I was about to say a robot did it. Nope, it was the dwarf. And I want to see a longer game. We didn't luck out into finding like the epic gunslinging, massive slinging match that we saw in the last round. But I guess every round. True. Can't get it right every round, I guess.
Yeah, limited amount of streamers. Obviously, there are a bunch of players in the tournament, but not everyone has the capability or desire to put their games on the interwebs. That will definitely increase with time, though.
And sometimes we just choose someone who just does not have a good match one round. Certainly can happen.
One day, Hacky, spectator mode will
pain and suffering has gone on too long, says chat. I don't think it's gone on long enough.
I think you should spoil one of them.
The funny part about these is if I spoil one of them, it'll be very apparent what's happening here. Of course, it's been for hours. It's at this point, I think we'll just end up spoiling them with the other thing that shows you what they are.
I mean, at least spoil them one at a time so people can try and guess what the other one does.
Oh, could do that. Let me see. Which one do we want to spoil? Okay, see if you can find another game. We still have half an hour left in our round.
I will. We'll do it. Obviously, we'll do it at the end of the round.
All right.
But definitely do it one at a time. I like to see if people can
like
work out what the other one does.
It goes along with the cards.
Well, I mean, you could start spoiling Agony as well.
Let me open my Photoshop. Hold on.
You can also spoil just a generally nice time.
I know. Are you having generally nice times, you guys in chat? I hope you guys are having a generally nice time from here at the casting. I want to say table, desk.
It's not. Well, I'm at a desk. That's true.
I'm using a table.
It's a virtual desk.
Virtual. Yes, our virtual casting desk.
Hmm.
Our
I'll draw a
virtual.
desk on a piece of paper, and then I'll draw little cartoon versions of us around it. And
If we had a virtual casting desk, we would have pain and suffering on there right now. But only the top half, because that's what we have showing.
it's hard to say, but I'm guessing that there's at least one more game to come out of Errant Squire here. That's a vague guess. I might be wrong, but it seems like the kind of matchup where they're not yet into the final game. So jump over to Errant Squire.
All right, let's do that. And Aaron Squire has got an interesting deck.
He does, yeah. Typically, Wild is kind of hard to use, kind of hard to pilot, but has some powerful things in it. It just it really, really needs another shard with it, because there are just tools that it lacks. It lacks a lot of tools, but it just has raw power.
What is the... we saw Aaron Squire lose in, I believe, round 4. So what is his record right now? It should be positive, if not very close.
Yes, I'll find out.
And his opponent, Unity, with what seems to be Mono Sapphire Bertram. I think is this the first actual Mono Sapphire deck we've happened to feature on stream?
I think so, yeah. I thought a deck was Mono Sapphire earlier, and then a Ruby Shard came down. Yeah, I think so.
So let's see. At this point, Mono Sapphire has 11 resources. Reese is out. Looks like fresh out. Freshly untunneled. Creates a reactor bot using Unity's charge power, Bertram Cragraven, and an attack with everything. This may be an end to this game, but perhaps not the end of the match. We'll see. Aaron Squire has no tricks left. Has seven health, and that's more than 7 damage attacking. So we're not quite sure what happened in this game. We see there is a Buccaneer with -1 attack. A quick look at the graveyard shows Crash the Beast and some other things.
Sapphire happened by the look of things.
Sapphire came in. It's almost like after round 5's epic showdown, we come in and we just see the battlefield is already bloody. All the skirmishes that happen is like the aftermath, the end of the finishing skirmishes.
I think that might have been game 3. He looks quite sad, and he's not going to deck building. Or game 2 rather. I think he might have just lost 2-0. So another match is what we need.
We're here to show you the results, basically, of all the streams we happen to feature on stream this round.
Yeah, we'll just keep running in and catching the last couple of seconds of a match. What have we got then? What's Lackey doing right now? Not playing. Appears like he's finished already. We may just have a situation where nearly all of the streams have finished quite early this round. Oh, Coach Fliparon. Is Coach Fliparon actually playing the Blood Cup? Yep. 4-1.
Yeah. 4-1, and I think he's someone who we featured him in round 1.
Yeah, let's jump over here. It's looking like it may be the end of the game, actually. But oh no, maybe not. Maybe not. There is things that can happen here, so we'll see what goes on.
Alright, on screen now. That's a Side of the Sun. That is a 5/5 block elemental.
That Side of the Sun looks like it's been doing a lot of work too. So we have another Tetzot here as well. Well, the same Tetzot from earlier, but another Tetzot for me at least. I've not seen this particular brand of Tetzot deck before. He's going to time ripple the Monsoon twice, and of course Sight of the Sun looks like that just came into play. So I guess he needs to get some damage in here before that thing can actually heal him up.
So Love, we casted Love earlier. Love is playing is playing 2-pack Wild Blood.
Oh my, oh my. That was okay. So the Sight of the Sun had the mist upon it, right? That
Yes.
suggested it couldn't be used. Um, he used the crackling bolt there to deal damage to Sight of the Sun, but if he used the time ripple to bounce the Sight of the Sun, he would have actually just won the game.
He would have. Hmm.
That was strange, and obviously he didn't use the Sight of the Sun in response, so it must have had a. It must have just come into play. That was a huge thing that he missed there. Like that would have been game right there and then.
Confirmed, absolute worst player in Hex.
Although it may not matter at this point, because Love using he did get a charge. He did use his charge power, but he's still at 8. He's facing 8 damage on his next turn with 3 resources left, 2 cards in hand. One of them we know is a Xanthan's Inquisitor that he can't replay, and there's still another time ripple. This is bronze. The bronze cup.
I mean, thankfully it looks like he still has it, but
That's the kind of thing that if you miss it and it costs you the game, that's the face palm once you realize what you just did. Coach Flipron realized we just casted that.
I he actually did confirm it. Confirmed. I thought Penta was just being unnecessarily mean.
It's okay. I sometimes I have my nub cake moments.
I believe we call those weekdays hacky.
So a conversation in chat. Now Flipperon draws a shard. Unless there's something tricksy in Love's hand. Or Flipperon could just not decide to attack. I mean, it's kind of risky. He is at 2. There could be an answer to this time ripple. I mean, that Buccaneer is a pretty fortuitous draw too. I mean, I guess I can understand. What card could Love have? Maybe a murder?
Yeah, potentially. Potentially something. Potentially something. What sage words there. He could potentially have something. Was there no swing there?
He chose not to attack with the Rock Elemental.
That's interesting.
And now Xanthan's Inquisitor can be replayed. And it looks like his opponent calls that game.